Things got hard for Kalua when, at 19, her mother was diagnosed with schizophrenia and could no longer care for her. Things got harder when her father was sent to jail and she was left with no income to care for herself and her little sister. Kalua came to Hopeworks when she had few other options. Kalua did our tech training, worked in our technology business, and I'm proud to say, is working in digital marketing, supporting herself and her family, and 1 week ago, joined our board. Kalua is an inspirational person, but Hopeworks training and support alone are not the reason Kalua is no longer facing poverty. The reason Kalua is no longer facing poverty is that Hopeworks takes things one step further. We know to truly address deep poverty and racial injustice in our region, training is not enough. Young people need job opportunities now. That old way of train and hope just isn't enough. Our training program at Hopeworks prepares people for employment in 4 months and gives them a livable wage job at the end. It's working. Like many places, Hopeworks trains young people in technology and gives them the social and emotional support to succeed. What comes next, though, makes the difference. Once young people are done with the training, Hopeworks employs them in our own technology services business in web design and data analysis and visualization, giving them wages to bring them out of poverty and experience that they can translate into living wage job. The average annual wage of a young person coming into Hopeworks is less than $900 per year. Their average wage at exit, though, is over $35,000, and 90% of those youth are still employed a year later. And that number is current as of May 31st, even in the midst of the COVID-19 crisis. Over the past year, Hopeworks has placed over 105 young people into jobs. That means massive gains in income for 105 families. We have a unique opportunity to dramatically increase our impact for economic and racial justice in the face of the COVID-19 outbreak. More companies are looking to outsource projects, and more companies than ever are ready to consider remote solutions. Hopeworks young people are well equipped to meet this new demand. When companies like American Water, Comcast, the Delaware Valley Regional Planning Commission, and others need technology solutions to their problems, Hopeworks and our young people are there. With an investment of $40,000 to implement our strategic marketing plan, Hopeworks will enter new markets where more companies are looking for new, cost-effective solutions. That will help us land at least 2 new contracts next year, worth over $300,000 or 37 more Kaluas. For every $8,000 in sales, we can move 1 youth out of poverty and into independence. We can help companies meet their goals, we can change more lives, and maybe, just maybe, make Kalua's extraordinary story a typical one. Thank you.
For year 2 and year 3, as we enter more markets, we expect to be able to continue to grow those at an increasing rate. What we found is when we enter a new market and gain our first 1 or 2 credible clients, we are able to quickly close other clients in similar markets. So we expect in years 2 to get 6 additional clients, and year 3 to be around 8 additional clients. Absolutely. We track it carefully and we want to make sure it's real. What we do is when a young person leaves Hopeworks, we make sure first they leave with a full-time living wage job. We collect that salary number at that point. However, just getting the job isn't enough. You have to hold on to it. So we make sure to follow up with them 1 year later to make sure that they are still employed and capture their salary at that point as well. That way we can capture not just how much they're making when they leave Hopeworks, but if they're still employed and making that wage or better a year later. And that's a critical number for us. The short answer is our training program is not much different. Lots of great programs train lots of great young people in technology. However, we, because of our trauma-informed approach, are able to work with young people that are just getting started at that $800, $900 per year. But the most important part is we don't just train them. We employ them in our businesses. How do we know our young people have skills that are competitive in the market? Because we've worked with them in the market. We've competed in the market against other companies, and we know our young people can do it. We train our young people the same way many other people do. But then we put them in the market, give them real business experience working with real clients. They leave with real experience and a portfolio of work that gets them into that first position that carries them on for the rest of their career. Because this is the thing. This is the thing that is so important is if our young people can transform from $900 a year to $35,000, $36,000 per year, that transforms their lives, that transforms our communities, and it transforms our society. It has become important to talk about racial equity and disparate outcomes. If our young people can have that kind of gain of income, they can set their own agenda, take care of their own families, and we can start closing the wealth gap and the opportunity gap that pervades communities like Camden and Philadelphia. I'm excited about what we do at Hopeworks because it's the answer to how we can move this thing forward.